Steam says I have 12 hours in this game, but my save only says I have 8. I wonder what it was that I did to waste 4 hours. I probably just left the game on. Oh well. Welcome back to War of the Human Tanks Limited Operations. Let's continue where we left off. I have to say, this game... Oh, I have 9 hours. Okay, that's much better. So 3 hours might be from screwing around or something? I don't know. I don't know at all. Yeah, welcome back. Oh, I probably left it on when I was editing. That's probably it. Because I like the music to some extent. But I probably left it on while editing. That's what happened. So because I wanted to like record again right after I edited. So, all right. Let's continue. Yeah, as I was saying, I like this game more than I thought I would. Because once it was it was put out, that I'd be forced to use set tanks. I was kind of like not hyped. I was like, oh, damn, that's gonna suck. It's actually been a bit more fun than I thought it would be, just because it's interesting to see what you get, and it really changes your strategies up. I mean, I wish I could use overpowered tanks and just breeze through the game, right? Everybody wishes that, but it forces you not to actually, you know, have a bit more of a challenge than you otherwise would, and I think that's pretty cool, but not as cool as having my own tanks and having that customizable, whatever. Also, the story is a little bit of a problem. It's not a absolutely fantastic story thus far. I mean, it is kind of interesting, but the way they handle it is kind of bad. Like, the Sasagusa thing should have been a battle, A. B, though, they break up the story a little bit too much with fighting stray tanks. I really think that the stray tank battles should be free battles or something of the sort, because it's just breaking up the story a little bit too much, and it's a little bit kind of distracting, I guess you could say, because then you don't really have the experience of the story just continuously going. You have like these breaks, and you have focus on other things, basically, and I don't know, I just don't really like that, and it also feels like the characters are somewhat wasting their time, because it's like, why are we doing this whenever we need to go over there, right? But I mean, you could chalk it up to like the Empire being dumb and trying to give Endo more time, I guess, but I'm not thrilled about that part. But I mean, overall, I really do like this game. It's a lot of fun. So the next episode, let's go advance to the next scenario. Yeah, we'll do that. Chapter 20. The decisive battle at Magokoro Cliffs. Man, this sounds like a story mission. We've received an order to suppress some stray tanks, damn it, that have appeared at the Empire's famous Magokoro Cliff. I'm told we're to take out as many as possible. Their true intention is probably to collect them to be reused in the military. But why at this point of time? Maybe there will be a war in the near future. Yeah, there will be. There will be. Again, we know Endo's in Kumano, right? Well, actually, we don't. The Empire does. Okay, so I understand the time waste right now. Our characters don't know where Endo is. The Empire does, and they haven't sent us to go find him yet. Same thing with whenever Endo was into the Arctic territories. I think that we didn't know where he was, or something. I don't know. We have the order to subdue as many of the stray tanks dominating the Magokoro Cliff as possible. So when you kind of put it in the context of that, like, hey, the Empire is intentionally wasting your time, it does make for a more interesting story than otherwise would be. Like, the breaks are at least justifiable, and they're a little bit more interesting that way. But it's never going to be... The thing is, too, there's no payoff to that, in a sense that the Empire, like, they're never going to mention that they've done this. So that payoff that would otherwise tip the player off and, like, cement, hey, this is what they were doing, isn't there. Probably. We'll have to see. Maybe Shatara will flip out about it to some extent later, but I don't think there's going to be a payoff to that. It just doesn't seem like this game would have that, but we'll see. Alright, what do we got here? I got two scouts. Or commands. Hotaru, they give me 2 command tanks whenever we got split up. Because they were like, well, if one side fails, you got the other side. Isn't that neat? Yeah, game, that's pretty cool. We'll put you here for now. What is your sight range? 1. That's a bit of a problem. We'll switch you out then. What's her sight range? 1. That's fine. She'll go here, and I'll move Hotaru up to the top area. And the reason for this is just in case there's an enemy right there. I have to know. But I don't want to sacrifice a real unit to do it. I could send Koro out. Massive explosion. So I could send her out, but I only get 10 tanks, so no, I'm not going to use her. I think that we have, yeah, Sumari. She's pretty good. We don't really have anything else that's really worthwhile. Just her, really, for artillery. So I have Hotaru on top. I'll drop her on bottom, I guess. And then use normal tanks to cover. So the big scary man, this is tough. Big scary assault will be on top. Then the normal assaults will be on bottom to obviously push. And it actually looks like they didn't really give me a fantastic array of tanks. So we're gonna make some alterations to this. Firstly, Mihari, let's put her down. I'll put her up here, she should be safe. And then, who else has some decent stats on them? Not really anyone. So Sanuki, you can come down, but I can't really put her anywhere useful. I have 7 tanks deployed. Yeah, we'll put, not the Raleigh, we'll put Koro down here. We'll see if we can make it work. I've yet to make that work, so... Aoba's pretty crap, right? Why does she have a... Oh, those are scouting ranges, my bad. Yeah, you're pretty crap. You know what? Why don't we just bring some of these? I'll send Panna Cotta on bottom. Top actually needs another tank. Like my stuttering. Gosh. I guess we'll bring a Shizuka. She looks cute. That's the basis. We need a tank up here, though. Okay, I got an idea. Sanuki will come up here. But that doesn't really address the issue, does it? Kind of does. The idea would be to have a attack tank in front of Hotaru to guard her. Basically, to, you know, just to soak damage if she needs to. So basically she's there to potentially just die while providing scouts, so. I really don't like interceptors, again, just because they're taking away some of my attack potential, which is why they kind of just make me sad, but really I should be more into them, I guess, for this game at least. I think in Alter and the first War of the Human Tanks, because I had the customizable ability, because of the customization factor, I think that I was very justified in not using them, because I had a lot of success without the interceptors, and the interceptors just don't keep up with the other tank types, so they were honestly a burden that couldn't carry their own weights, and it was so important to have good quality tanks in Alter that you couldn't use those interceptors. They were just too crappy. And lasers, again, there were lasers in the first two games that interceptors can't block, and you never really know if the lasers are coming back, so it's like, why would I bring the interceptors if lasers are here? Like, there's no point. So, that's what it was. And obviously, the samurai, any unit that had evade was, like, overpowered. Bullshit. So you had to bring a bunch of snipers, which I'm cool with. I like the snipers. They were great. Anyway, let's go. I don't know if this will work. I never know if my first formations will work. I gotta say though, the song had me going until it hit like the hard metal riff. Well, that's a shame, so I have to adjust that formation, I suppose. You know, I just have this thing stuck in my head. The, essentially the catchphrase of Small Tail Otter from Kimono Friends. She just says, "Fun!" at one point, and that became her catchphrase. Fun with an exclamation point. And that became, like, her catchphrase. And every once in a while, I'm just like, fun, because I liked her. So, I just have it stuck in my head now. And I also saw fan art of basically, like, people's reactions to the first few episodes. And it was like, what the heck is this? And then fun by episode 3. And I'm like, man, I was sold on the second episode. But the first episode was still good, in my opinion. I'm stuck here. I knew you'd come. Die for me. Yeah, I liked the show right off the bat, just because it's how I am. Not something I could really recommend to people because it's very childish, which I think is endearing, honestly. But it's very childish, and the CG isn't like the best, which I think people would have a problem with. Personally, I liked the CG. I thought it was okay, but it wasn't fantastic. It wasn't anything you'd write home about, essentially. But there goes my Ganta, or Korokoro rather. The trend of never being able to do anything with those tanks continues. Yeah, but I couldn't really recommend it just because I don't know, you know. Okay, well, at least that didn't hit anybody. But yeah, I think Kimono Friends is great. I really loved it. I was like, it's so cute and adorable and fun. Son of a... Where is your scout tank? Who saw her? Who did it? Who's the one? Who's the asshole? I know I can take out this tank if I come over here, so that's what I plan to do. Gone. And gone. Battle over, I win. Damn. We knew I wasn't gonna win off of that. We knew there was more. There always is. Damn, I can't interact with that bottom area. I really want to. So far, my other artillery tank has just been a waste of my time. Because she can't see, there's no visibility up here. That melody is gonna tear up these two. Oh, never mind, the Muku Muku will. Man, they slipped behind my lines and just ripped up everybody. Oh well, we just need their command tank now. She has to be right around here, right? Yep. Not a great battle for me, but I think I still got the limit clear. Because it was a pretty easy limit clear. It was just get A. Like, as long as you got A rank, you were good. And I definitely did that, so... Oh, I got rank S? What? I don't deserve a rank S for that performance, but Thanks, game. I appreciate it. My South team completely failed me. That plan did not work. And the North team didn't really work either, surprisingly enough. It was down to just Melody, Hotaru, Tsubasa, and Mihari. Oh, Mihari was dead. And Sumari. That's who it was. I don't know why the game gave me an S, but whatever. Having set off for their suppression of Magokoro Cliff, the 4th Imperial Armored Corps purged the company of stray tanks in a splendid victory. The chain of command ordered them to transport any usable tanks back to Imperial headquarters. Yet the 4th Imperial Armored Corps still couldn't guess headquarters' real intention. Okay, there's a little bit of a payoff for that area. Because, like, yeah, you don't know Kimono is gonna happen. Or yeah, Kimono. Kimono friends, by the way. Like, if you have a Crunchyroll account, I would say, like, watch the first 2 episodes and see if you like it. You can't judge it just based off of 1 episode, because it does get better with each episode. The first episode is a little rough, but, like, I liked it, but it is a little rough. I think the last half of it is a little bit better, and it kind of not really carries the episode, but really helps the episode. After they meet Hippo, I think the episode starts getting, like, way better. Because just the first part with Serval and Kaban is just a little bit weird. And then 12.1 was just Raccoon and Fennec, which was fun. I like those two. They were a really cool team. And there's fan art of them, which is just awesome. Of them going through popular movies, and it's great. But anyway, and it was drawn by, like, another dude who was making manga, and it was like, this is great. I like it. Anyway, that'll do it for this episode. Showdown at Magokoro Cliffs is complete, and it looks like next episode we're heading to Kamano, and it's gonna be a blood battle, isn't it? It's gonna be really bad. I don't want to fight Kamano. Of course I don't, but we knew this was coming. We called it a while back, that the Empire would make us invade them. So, that's gonna suck. I don't know, and the kingdom's been kind of crippled because the Empire. We're gonna have to go to the Arctic territory again at some point, but I don't know, because how would the Empire justify going back to the Arctic territory unless Endo sneaks past us in Kamano? I don't know. But they're trying to take over all of Japan, and it's like, I don't want that. I don't want you to do that. I want you guys to suck. I hate the Empire. I really do. I hate the Empire. I like the kingdom, and I want the kingdom to win. Ugh. Ugh. Well, thanks for watching. We'll continue with this the next time. So yeah. Sayonara, as they say.